Charles Arthur, Digital Wars, Apple, Google, Microsoft, and the Battle for the Internet. Dive into the high-stakes world of Silicon Valley giants with Digital Wars, Apple, Google, Microsoft, and the Battle for the Internet by Charles Arthur. This riveting account charts the relentless competition between these technology titans from 1998 to the present day, as they race for dominance in digital markets, like search engines, smartphones, music, and tablets. Through captivating tales of their founders and historical milestones, uncover how the digital landscape has been shaped by their clashes and innovative strategies, while gaining a deeper understanding of each company's unique strengths and weaknesses.
Tech titans struggle for supremacy. In 1998, Microsoft held the software market thanks to Bill Gates' technical skills. Apple focused on delivering top-notch user experience, while Google started as a search engine to help users deal with the growing internet resources. Since then, these tech giants have constantly battled for dominance in various market segments such as digital music, smartphones, and tablets. While Apple aimed to create fewer categories of exceptional devices, Microsoft enjoyed a wider reach. As for Google, it has been redefining the search engine experience with its innovative approaches. Microsoft's antitrust descent. In 2000, Microsoft was found guilty of extending its monopoly in Windows into other fields. Although it avoided split with judicial maneuvering, the antitrust case still impacted the company's product development strategy. The ruling made Microsoft more cautious and focused on developing a lingering kind of thought or checklist when making decisions. This resulted in electronic giants like Apple and Google monopolizing their respective spheres, leaving Microsoft trailing. Google revolutionizes search. Google's innovative use of mathematical algorithms and data collection revolutionizes the search engine industry, despite fierce competition from Microsoft's Bing. In The Making of the Attention Economy, writer Michael Goldhaber explores the rise of search engines as providers of information. Many companies provided search engines, but Google stood out by using mathematical algorithms to deliver results quickly and efficiently. By recognizing that the reputation of a web page was directly proportional to the number of links pointing to it, Google was able to provide users with high-quality search results, which led to increased popularity. Google's success was not solely based on its innovative technology. The company's research team also collected data to optimize their search engine. This included determining the most effective shade of blue to encourage click-throughs and the ideal size of a graphic border to increase user participation. These efforts ensured that Google maintained a clean, easy-to-use interface that provided users with relevant information quickly. The challenge for all search engine providers was how to make their service profitable. Developers had to find a way to serve advertising content without losing traffic to other sites. Microsoft recognized the potential for pay-per-click advertising but failed to seize the opportunity to buy businesses that could have helped its contender, MSN Search. While Microsoft had an advantage since its products already appeared on millions of desktops as operating systems and Internet Explorer, it was hampered by its brush with antitrust law. Microsoft declined to embed its search engine in these products but saw an opening in the antitrust law that allowed it to put its search engine in the Microsoft Office suite, which had no search function. Microsoft tried to compete with Google by wooing Facebook, but ultimately bought Yahoo instead, and rebranded its search engine as Bing. Despite the U.S. Federal Trade Commission's eventual resolution of antitrust scrutiny, Bing could not match Google's success. In conclusion, Google's innovative use of mathematical algorithms and data collection revolutionized the search engine industry, and continues to serve as a model of success. Despite fierce competition from Microsoft's Bing, Google's emphasis on speedy delivery of search results, clean interface, and data-driven development process allowed it to dominate the market and maintain its position as the go-to search engine for millions of users. Apple's journey to digital music dominance. In the 2000s, Apple's innovative approach disrupted the world of digital music, transforming the industry with its user-friendly devices and software. Beginning with iTunes, Apple went on to create the iPod, selling millions and making digital music accessible to the masses. Despite facing competition from companies like Microsoft, Apple's meticulous attention to detail and prioritization of user experience helped it maintain its dominance in the market. In the early 2000s, Apple was struggling due to the lack of CD burners on its computers, preventing users from swapping digital music files. However, influenced by his work at Pixar, Steve Jobs believed that DVD viewing, rather than CD burning, was the future. Responding to this trend, Apple launched the first version of iTunes, a digital music organizer. This opened a gap in the digital music player market that Apple filled with the sleek, user-friendly iPod. Apple's attention to a great user experience, including sleek aesthetics and easy file transfer, led to the device's widespread adoption. Although early versions of the iPod had a battery life that could not be replaced, Jobs wasn't worried. He believed they would become obsolete before their batteries dimmed. Even details like the headphone jack had to be perfected, resulting in a model that didn't click. While Microsoft was focused on surviving antitrust suits and merging platforms for both consumers and businesses, Apple continued to innovate. It initially resisted making iTunes available on Windows, hoping it would inspire users to buy Mac computers. By the time Apple did release iTunes for Windows, it had already sold millions of iPods, becoming an emotional investment for users. In contrast, Microsoft failed to offer any gadget or system that came close in popularity. Apple changed how people bought music with the launch of its iTunes Music Store, which sold 3 million songs in its first month. While the sales of additive purchases helped the music industry, cherry-picking favorite songs off an album meant the loss of a sale of an entire CD. The standardization of the 30-pin dock and the base of almost every iPod and iPhone paved the way for Apple's hardware ecosystem, worth around $1 billion per year in licensing fees from accessory companies. Despite attempts by Microsoft to compete with Apple's user loyalty and sleek designs with the Zune, Apple remained dominant. The iPod wasn't seen as a commodity but a luxury with marketing value. Apple declined to place the device in mass-market discounters, recognizing it would lose control over the presentation of the iPod in those stores. Apple's journey to digital music dominance began with iTunes and led to the creation of the iconic iPod and a major disruption of the industry. Apple's mantra of prioritizing user experience and innovation led to widespread adoption, while competitors like Microsoft struggled to keep up. The rise of the smartphone. In 1996, Nokia introduced the smartphone, which was designed to act like a handheld computer. Google recognized the opportunity for handheld devices to generate data about users through searches performed on them. Thus, Google anticipated the significant role smartphones would play in the future. Apple released the iPhone in 2007, the smartphone that provided the best user experience. The capacitive screen allowed users to navigate the iPhone with a finger, which set it apart from its competitors. Apple made a marketplace misstep when it rejected Flash, but reinforced its dominance with the new App Store. The iPhone faced several challenges, including a patent infringement suit from Nokia and Apple's patent suit against Android. The fear of patent lawsuits may dissuade small developers from creating apps for specific platforms in the future. Rise of tablets. As early as 2000, Bill Gates saw the future of computing centered on tablets as laptop replacements. However, Microsoft's first attempts were heavy, expensive, and required a stylus. In comparison, Apple's iPad, released in 2010, was designed with a capacitive screen that eliminated the need for a stylus and focused on providing an improved user experience. The iPad shifted the market to a third category of device that excels in email, music, games, and e-books. The growing popularity of tablets led to a decrease in the sales of PCs. Despite this, Microsoft fought back by creating tablets optimized for Windows 8, a new Metro interface, and an app store. However, they still faced challenges in rewriting programs for tablet use and video playback with HTML5. Regardless, experts predict that by 2015, tablets will surpass the sales of PCs in North America and Europe.
In the end, the digital wars between Apple, Google, and Microsoft have left an indelible mark on the way we interact with technology and the world around us. The battles for dominance in search engines, smartphones, digital music, and tablet markets have redefined user experience, challenging each company's ability to innovate and to push the boundaries of what's possible in the tech landscape. Charles Arthur's chronicle of these events in Digital Wars serves as an insightful reminder that the ever-evolving world of technology is perpetually shaped by the conflicts, collaborations, and discoveries of these enduring titans, driving the creation of a connected future.